The late 90s were a whirlwind of high-quality media, but if you were truly in the cool cult classic club, you were a fan of the sci-fi masterpiece The Fifth Element and the Dreamcast-born chaos of Crazy Taxi. Even though Luc Besson never did anything interesting ever again and Sega filed a patent so they could turn their game into garbage without competition, these franchises have finally reached their natural culmination. It's time for Mile High Taxi. Dive into the role of a brand new high-flying taxi driver on their way 600 floors into the sky to start their career of acrobatic people delivery. Once you've completed this exceptionally mundane elevator ride, you'll get to select from one of 3 cabs, each with a unique driver that looks like a Fortnite character that was drowned and reanimated by a witch doctor that was really into personal transport. You'll then be able to select between 2 game modes, either picking everyone up sequentially or just whomever offers the fattest stacks of cash. Now you can take off into this futuristic 3D world of zipping between skyscrapers, trying not to smash into someone's living room. Your fares will be located between buildings on precarious suspended platforms, waiting patiently within green, blue, or red glowing circles to let you know how far you'll be hauling their ass. But no matter how far the trip, you're only going to get $45 unless you stop awkwardly close to their destination and let the meter magically go up. You don't want to be waiting too long though, because no matter how many trips you ferry, when you run out of time you're fired on your perpetual first day and all the money you earned only goes to some kind of leaderboard that one day may be part of the game for you to view. But the fun of the game is navigating these skyways at blazing speed, slamming into signs, streetlights, and patio furniture to the delight of your insane passengers who apparently don't mind this eternally life-threatening experience. Of course, they'll always be keen on telling you where to go and even what level to set your almost an altimeter to, so you won't have to swerve quite as hard at the last minute to get to the right height. You'll even be able to find your way through the labyrinth of buildings using this classic no longer patented arrow and that classic never previously patented GTA minimap, so you can spend as little time as possible looking where you're actually going. On your journeys between glowing circles, you'll also be able to collect coins that add precious time to your clock and sometimes send you on wild and rarely confusing stunts spinning and looping through the sky. Don't worry though, despite all of that dangerous looking traffic, you won't hit a single car while flipping around like a coin-hoarding maniac. Then once you've learned to efficiently find and deliver your high-rise patrons, you can go on playing the game for as long as you can maintain your sanity in the ever-growing monotony. Mile High Taxi, combining 2 universally loved franchises into one mediocre mountain of nostalgia bait references. When I first saw this trailer, I was immediately excited about the idea because it was a concept that has crossed everyone's mind since both Crazy Taxi and The Fifth Element existed in the same era. It always seemed like the perfect pairing, yet Mile High Taxi never seems to feel like it does either justice. It's not as gritty or surreal as The Fifth Element's New York, which obviously wasn't covered in a million repetitive billboards. And when I went back to play Crazy Taxi to gain some perspective, I was reminded how cool it was to have car collisions and explore the deeper gameplay, including the crazy dash and crazy drift mechanics. The only additional feature you have in Mile High Taxi outside of the verticality is a boost that doesn't feel very significant when you're using it. While the game is enjoyable on the same basic level of other cab driving games, that only really lasts for a couple of hours at best between the 2 game modes and the city that visually runs together. It's a functional game that gives you a twist on Crazy Taxi, but it lacks the features and longevity needed to be something I'd play more than 1 or 2 sessions. For those reasons, I'm giving Mile High Taxi the abbreviated score of OK. If you'd like to see more hot takes, warm satire, and tepid commentary about video games, make sure to like this video and check out my other abbreviated reviews.